I'm going to show you how to make this delicious, easy and gluten-free pita bread. They're perfect with falafel, tomatoes and salad. They make for a delicious snack or even for a dinner. They're very easy to make and I'm going to show you exactly how they're done. Let's go. The first thing you need to do is put 10 grams of psyllium husk powder in a bowl. You need the very fine psyllium husk powder for this recipe. Then add 100 milliliters of cold water and mix it all with a spatula, just like this. And as you can see, it will really quickly form a kind of gel. When it's like that, it's ready to go. Next, grab another bowl, put 100 milliliters of water in there, add 7 grams of dried yeast, and then sprinkle the yeast with about half a teaspoon of sugar to activate the yeast. So let it stand for about 10 minutes until it starts bubbling on top. That will mean the yeast is activated. So while the yeast is activating, you can grab your bowl with the psyllium husk gel, add 1 egg to this, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. Give this a little bit of a mix. Now, it is going to be difficult because the psyllium gel is quite thick, so you don't need to mix it all beautifully. Just break up the egg, just like this. Now, as you can see, the yeast is activated. It's kind of bubbling on top. So we're good to go. We can use that. And what we get to do is we get to add the yeast mix, just swivel it a little bit like this. We get to add this to our psyllium husk powder mix. And next, we're going to add 250 grams of gluten-free flour. Now, I use one that's very similar to Dove's Farm bread flour mix. You can easily order it on Amazon. The link to my Amazon store is in the description of this video. So just add this and then add 3 grams of salt. Now, you're going to have to give all this a good mix. Now, it is a little bit tricky because of the psyllium husk gel. So what I do is I first use the spatula and then I'm going to use the kneading hooks of my hand mixer. First, just do a first mix like this so you don't have flour flying absolutely all over the kitchen. And when you've got something that looks like this, simply grab your hand mixer with the kneading hooks and start using it gently. You could, of course, also stick all this in a blender. That would work as well, but I quite like to use the kneading hooks of my hand mixer, just like this. That's it. It takes a little while, but as you can see, it's come together absolutely beautifully. Now you need to let it rise. Just leave it for about an hour until it's risen. Okay, so here we are back. After about an hour, the dough has risen beautifully, as you can see. And now we're going to shape our little pita breads. Now for this, I'm going to give you a quick tip. I actually use a bowl of water. And here's what I do. I get my hands wet. I take a little bit of the dough, just about like that. Bit the size of a small orange or big mandarin. And this prevents the dough from sticking. Now I'm going to form these little pita breads. You know me, I'm always a little bit slapdash. I'm not very much of a perfectionist when it comes to the shape of my food, but I think this will do, right? What do you think? Looks like a pita bread? Yeah, I think it does. And now I'm going to place this on a sheet of non-stick baking paper. So I've taken an oven tray, okay? I've lined it with non-stick baking paper, and I'm going to make all my little pita breads and put them and line them one next to the other on this sheet of non-stick baking paper. And here you go. I've got 6 little pita breads. I flattened them a little bit more with my fingers after putting them on the tray. They do need to be quite thin, but not too thin. So about 4 to 5 millimeters high. And that's it. Now, all I need to do is put them in the oven and bake them for 10 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. So after just 15 minutes, here they are. Look at this. As you can see, they've kind of puffed up, they've risen, which is what we want, because we want to be able to cut them open when they've cooled down and fill them up with falafel or kebab meat or vegetables, whatever we want to put inside the pita bread, right? So when they are cooked, just take them out of the oven and let them cool down. And here they are. Look at these lovely little pita breads. Let's fill them up with great stuff. I really love my pita bread with homemade falafel. I add some tomatoes, some onions, some salad, and a homemade sauce of yogurt with a bit of tahini sauce. Look at this. Doesn't it look yummy? Okay, and now, as usual, it is tasting time. And I'm so hungry. I'm really pleased. Let's take a big bite into this. Mmm. Honestly, it's delicious. Of course it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sharing the recipe with you. It's perfect with falafel. I absolutely love it. Makes me think I'm on holiday in the Middle East. I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you want a special gluten-free recipe, if there's something you stuck, right? You don't know how to make it, please let me know in the comments and I will make a video for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. That's the free and easy way that you can support it. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this one next. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.